Hi, my name is Tilkens. I'm a senior in high school, and the name of my game is Don't Get Shot. This game was actually practiced for a game jam that I had the same week. Game jams are competitions where you have a limited amount of time to create a game from scratch. I decided that to prepare, I would make a game in 2 days, and Don't Get Shot is that game. I made the game to be a time killer that would be easy to pick up and play with constant action and very little downtime, because I wanted friends from school to be able to play it between classes. There are two game modes, but in both, the goal is to get a high score, done by surviving as long as possible, by avoiding the bombs that are spawned on the map and not getting trapped by the blocks that are placed around. It was made for high schoolers who had some time to just spend playing games at lunch or during passing time, so I kept in mind the kinds of games my friends and I typically played between classes. I used Unity and C# to make the game, and I used a common website known as itch.io to publish the game as a web browser game. This is the main menu of Don't Get Shot. There is some basic music I made going on in the background, along with 4 options and a cursor. The cursor is on top of the player's mouse, and their actual mouse is made invisible. I also made a small red trail behind the mouse for polish. Quit is simple enough, it ends the game. Control brings you to a new screen that explains all of the controls. In the game, you primarily use A and D to move, space to jump, and left shift to do a quick dash. If you jump onto a wall, you stick there and can perform a wall jump by pressing jump. Press S to slide down the wall, press dash to do a dash off of the wall, or just move away from the wall. The 2 other options are for the 2-player mode and will be explained later. So, that box moving around is the player. I first wanted to show off the robust movement options available in the game. There are also several scores at the top, a timer that counts the seconds you've survived, a score that shows your total score for the round, the bombs and blocks placed so far in the round, your highest score, the score from the previous round, and a button to reset the high score. This is single player, the primary way to play. As you can see, it's quite hectic. Every time a bomb is placed, a crosshair is shown for about half a second before an explosion appears. If a player touches the crosshair, nothing happens, but once the bomb is out and they touch it, they'll be shot. Also, as you've seen by now, there are sound effects for the blocks being placed, bombs being placed, a death sound, and a death animation where the player jumps up high and then falls off the screen. The versus mode is very similar to the single player mode, with one difference. Another player drops the bombs and blocks. The player has the keyboard, and another player has control of the mouse. A right click places a bomb, a left click places a block. It adds a new layer of strategy to the game, and allows the game to be played with friends. That's my game, Don't Get Shot, and I hope you enjoyed my explanation.